Hey guys, so I want to talk about my Jeep today. So if you're looking at this Jeep, there's obviously something different about it, right? Or maybe not. I don't know how long you've had a Jeep, but there is something different about it. And if you haven't noticed already, it's this piece right here. It just seems a little bit thicker than your average Jeep, right? Okay, so the reason for that is that this is the automatic roof, right? It's got that cloth in the middle that kind of rolls back and piles up over here so you can kind of get the open air feel without having to remove the top or put it on. So I live in Colorado, and one of the biggest problems here is that the weather's a little bit unpredictable depending on where you are, right? So if I drive to work in the morning, let's say I take my top off and then I figure out where I'm going to store it, right? That's problem number one. And then I store the top somewhere and then I drive off to work. By the time I come back from work, it's usually raining or something crazy like that. So you're stuck, maybe at a traffic light and you're just sitting there in the rain. If you've got a Jeep, this has probably happened to you sometime. You're driving down the road and you're just sitting at a traffic light and it's raining on you. That's probably the uncoolest thing that can happen to you as a Jeep owner. So anyways, this one touch, I feel like kind of solves that problem, right? You can close it, open it whenever you want. And one of the cooler things about it is that it's not just the top that comes off, right? But this side panel comes off. Is that cool or what? And it doesn't stop there. You can take it off and there's still a place to store this so you can take them with you. So it starts raining, you can easily stop and put these back on. But it doesn't even end there. It's so fast and it's so easy and there's no tools required whatsoever. Now, I knew about the soft top when it came out, but I had no idea until I went and I test drove this that these panels actually come off. I want to show you how they come off just real quick. So open the door, unfasten, grab this, lift it out, and that's it. Put it back on, sit it on there, go back inside, clasp, and that's back on, right? So for an open air feel, I'm just gonna take it off again. Take that off, grab that, put it somewhere, wherever you define as a storage area for it. And I'm gonna go in here, turn accessory on, and I'm gonna open the roof. So that's gonna start to open. I think it takes about 20 seconds in total to open. So you can see the fabric kind of just, what do you call that? It just kind of piles up on each other. There's an expression, or there's a word for that, but it's just escaping me right now. But that's it, 20 seconds, it's open. And then if you were to take the doors off, imagine this look right here. I mean, this looks straight out of a safari scene of some sort, right? This whole thing is just open. And I like that about it. If the panel was still here, it's still cool, but just having the panel removed and having this all open, I think is legitimately the coolest thing about this Jeep. So, but that's not it. When you take the panels off, there's a bag that you can store them in, all right? So you take the panels off, you put them in the bag, and the bag goes and sits in the back. And I'll show you a video. Maybe I've got a video. I don't know if I've got a video of me putting it in the bag. If I do, I'll do a little B clip on that. But this is the bag, and it goes in there, and both panels go in there, and then you just stack it into the back, and you're done. It starts raining, you go up into the mountains where it's cold, you got all your gear with you. You don't have to worry about, oh, I left my top at home, and that's it. So, I just thought that was super cool. I'm gonna close this just to show you how long it takes. You just hit the close button, and it's all one touch, right? Unless I wanted to stop it. Right now it's gonna close all the way, but I can go back in here, and I can push the button again, and it stops it wherever you push the button. So that's kind of cool. So I can do it, close it again, or I can do a manual where I hold the button and release it where I want the top to stop. Hold the button, release it wherever I want it to stop. I'm just gonna close it the rest of the way. So, I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna grab you guys, I'm gonna bring you closer just so I can show you what I'm talking about when I'm fastening the window back on here so you can just see what that looks like. Hopefully I can do that with trying to do this with one hand. So, window goes back on. Excuse the camera for a second. All right, so I was able to do that with one hand. I guess that's cool. And then, so, this is what I'm talking about right here. Fasten that. And there's another one just right there in the back. I won't be able to reach it. Oh, will I? Oh, yeah. There we go. And that's that. And that's how you take the panels off and put them back on. So, if that's not the coolest thing in the world, I don't know what is. I think that's legitimately one of the coolest innovative things that Jeep has done in a while, because let's face it, these Jeeps have looked the same for the longest time. So I'm super impressed about that. And when we're in here, this is the buttons that you use to open and shut it. And that's it. So that was my little video. Basically just I'm super impressed by the One Touch, and I wish Jeep would just keep innovating like that. I think that's excellent. Thanks for watching.